We start recording now, and we start by in Japan again. So welcome to the cast. This time you can see what I am seeing and what Darth is seeing on the screen. Um, yeah, well we had some 25 years since we last witnessed, 29 years, I don't know, something like that. And we're starting off in Japan. Japan is allied to Siam and fighting Spain and Portugal in the New World. Darth, how is this war going? You're getting stack wiped here, see?
Yeah, we're Japan's gonna lose,
Mm.
but I don't think Spain gets enough war score out of this to actually do anything.
So what does he got? He got, yeah.
Or I guess he can get to 50 with the ticking, right? Or
I mean the battles is what's helping him actually because he got 2 forts, but they ain't counting for much. Like he got the Taktam and the Kumash fort occupied, and that gives him 0.2 and 0.3 war score. So actually, unless he gets enough from battles, I don't think he's gonna have enough to step it out. But with the stab hit, he can take a lot of land. He can take all of Japan. He can take almost all Japan's New World with just for stab hitting for 60 war score. That's a bit much. I don't think Japan can Japan win this possibly. No loans. Japan is not out of this, but Spain has no more manpower and is losing money. Um, he has the foreign infantry companies, and he has one cavalry company that's not foreign, maybe two. So Spain is really, I mean, it's gonna be pricey for Spain, even if Japan just like turtle a bit. Anyway, back to Japan.
he needs to build more forts. He's got one in Korea and one in Japan.
Yeah.
There's to be at least three in Korea on the three mountains that block access to Korea. And then you said
Oh
ideally
yeah,
try to
Korea.
build them on the straits. Definitely the Hokkaido. Maybe whatever that one
You
is. I
want
don't
this one, this
Setsu.
stage?
I don't know the names exactly.
This one is the farmlands. Yeah, up here it's a mountain fort. It's because that is what's happening in the Wednesday game. Wu Wei's landed up on this island, and we're here to see if they can make it down here.
He's out of building slots, I believe. He
Mm.
needs to
I mean, he
redo
built
some
one
of these
here.
buildings. Yeah, okay, he's not completely out.
Yeah, he got a few churches laying around. Um, and he's kept on building stuff for other buildings that he would prefer with the churches. But other than that, it's looking fine. He did his explore expansion stuff and going eco ideas. Which means he has very good military. Honestly, I don't think necessarily he's gonna lose this. Like, Spain has to commit really hard, and as the chat has been going wild with, that opens up Iberia because all his troops is in the New World, and if they ain't in Iberia, France can just sneak in. To be honest, if I was Spain, I would just beg for white peace at this point. But then again, France can just attack as soon as you get white peace. Other than that, Japan is looking healthy. I don't think you want Writers of the Council anymore. I think you want the Bushi in the Officer Corps, Nobility in the Officer Corps, it's also called. I think that would be the best one to have. You also don't need the Gov cap from clergy, but you can't remove that right now. Um, Yeah, you're missing out on expansion to territory and religious culture.
He could also have inwards perfection.
Or that one, yeah. Yeah, inward perfection and the plus 5% morale is mutually exclusive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The merchant kills look fine. Like it's not really doesn't matter that much, but you have down here. You have the burger loans. But yeah, getting rid of this one and get the Bushi in the officer corps and getting oversight of the Kunashu, oversight of the clergy, and the land rights away, so you can actually give them some useful stuff. Other than that, trade, I guess it's Japan. Here's the Nippon, given California and Mexico. He's collecting in Mexico. I know he's not making a lot by that. He's also collecting here, but with two going to Mexico. I don't know. Maybe he should transfer that. I don't really know. Because there's nothing he can do over here, right? Yeah, there's nothing here. Okay, are you waiting to look at the burning house? Because this is the burning house.
Yuan's been at war for the past session, and I think the hour
Yeah, I think he
in the
had two
previous one.
days, 2 days peace after this one was pieced out with his Wu Wei war.
He still hasn't went bankrupt yet, but you can see he's 3 months or something away.
Yeah,
Unless he takes corruption.
yeah. Unless he takes corruption, he can't sell
But there's no
titles.
point in doing that when he's only got 50,000 troops left or something.
I mean, his problem is not that he's going bankrupt. His problem is that he's going bankrupt while Wu Wei has a truce that ends in 7 years. And honestly, I think Wu Wei could just truce break him.
Yeah, in hindsight, what Yuan should have done was after he knew he couldn't beat Timurids and Russias, he just bankrupted then
Yeah,
and made them carpet siege him to sit out his bankruptcy while in the war.
yeah. How much is Russia gonna take from this?
Is it a reconquest war? I can't
Yeah,
read.
it's reconquest. Yeah.
Well, they can return the Timurids cores, and that's more. But
Okay. Oh, that's the wrong ones over here. I mean, it's a lot of land. They can get a lot of land back. But Yuan is so big that he's still around after this. But if he's like he gets too many rebels because he only got one rebel type at the moment because the tribes is coming up in every single province he has. So that's no separatist for him. That's actually really good. He don't want to accept these, so they might gonna enforce. But other than that, it's not that bad. I mean, in 5 years, so giving Wu Wei doesn't choose break, then he's ready to fight them in decently in 5 years. So yeah,
he's
he's
currently allied to Vizianagar.
interesting. But could Vijayanagar help him beat Wu Wei? Would Vijayanagar help him beat Wu Wei?
That is the question.
Because Vijayanagar cannot take land from him. And
Truce
Bengal,
with Bengal's up in a year.
Vijay's.
Yeah.
Hmm. And Wu Wei doesn't have a truce with them, yeah. I mean, Wu Wei could be opportunistic and take a chunk here. So this country needs a lot of buildings still, right?
Probably, although you can only see half the buildings that you can build.
Oh yeah, because all this is occupied. Yeah, none of his forts is upgraded either, so it's just gonna be rolled through for Wu Wei.
And you don't want to start upgrading them because when you bankrupt,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
get deleted.
They get lead, yeah. Yeah, he's not looking too happy. Well, I don't really know what he can do because he just lost his wars. Wu Wei has manpower and is nowhere near forcing, but okay, so this is not a fully ready Wu Wei to declare on him.
He also has his debt from the last war.
He's still in debt. Oh, he's still 24k in debt. Okay. Yeah, so he's not really ready to declare on Yuan. So Yuan should just like uncon and then hope he's gonna be ready in 7 years when the truce is up. I mean, Wu Wei is swimming in admin though, so he might just be able to start at truce break. He has an ability in the officer course. I don't think increased level is worth it because you're getting 7% manpower from this. It's not a lot. But what would you want instead?
Advisor cost? Oh no, he has that
Yeah,
one already, doesn't
that's
he? What's his clergy loyalty set at? Alright, his burger loyalty.
burger loyalty equilibrium is 64%.
Okay, well, I don't know. You don't need supremacy over the crown with that.
No,
Oh, he has it.
yeah, he doesn't have the advisor cost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the advisor cost then.
I mean, is it really worth it over the nobility and the manpower right
Over
now?
over 7 manpower.
It's not a lot.
Look at how much he's paying for his advisors. I think they're pretty cheap.
Yeah, pretty fucking cheap. Yeah. He doesn't have expansion as Celatary, but you cannot as Confucian, right?
You can't as Confucian or Shinto. Oh, I guess yeah, Japan can't take that either.
Ah, okay. And he would really like to start harmonizing Shinto if he could. But that's maybe gonna be tough. So yeah, his country is looking decent. Apparently he's not scared of you. Doesn't. These are mothballed. He got a fleet. Trade setup is
He's just collecting everywhere.
okay. I think he will get more. Maybe not. No, that's likely the right choice. Because you are stealing all the money from Canton and Hangzhou. So Darth, take me through your nation.
Yeah, I finally started building regimental camps because I had nothing else to build.
Well, you don't really have them to build
Well,
either.
yeah, I mean, I built all the ones that I could build.
And you ain't building Yanhub.
Like, you see those buildings are kind of bad.
I mean,
I guess there's one.
there's like 4, but it's decent. Yeah, I guess the manufacturers ain't helping. Well, he's just going full naval, which is why he got this monument, right? This one gives him galley cost, yeah. Um, you are not really scared of being attacked because you have one fort line.
Yeah. Currently.
If Wu Wei assaults this, then with this you just walk it down here. I mean, you're not scared, it seems, but are you
I
winning?
mean, Wu Wei can't attack me. I'm at war with Spain.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, okay. You are running half infantry, half cav.
I just built Cav after. I didn't delete anything.
So you got aristocratic, and it's not worth for you to take espionage for the
I don't think so.
for the
10
polish.
Cav combat ability for espionage ideas.
What you get in here? Advice cost next to 10%, and then a whole lot of trash. Yeah, likely not worth it. What about your monuments? Did you upgrade them?
I started.
Level 2, level 1. got this one. That's the one that makes all the other cheaper, right?
Yeah.
And you gave that one to Jan, and you upgraded. That's the def cost one, and Jan has this one. Okay. Yeah, looks decent nation. Um, is India still burning?
Well, you should look at Mad, yes.
What if I don't want to look at naval nations?
I guess.
We can look at it. We have time today. Well, you shouldn't be building his buildings. He can build his own buildings.
I build them cheaper.
Oh, so he sends you money. Okay.
I've got 35% construction cost.
I mean,
He
he's
has
never gonna be able to
10.
fill an army because he just exploit mill all the time.
If he didn't exploit mill, he'd be a great power. Look at it. Look at the great power list. See?
No. This is
Like, yeah. Yeah, no, look, you gotta compare it with... He doesn't have the institution, but if he
yeah.
had 40 more development, he'd be a great power.
No, because Spain doesn't have the institution either.
Oh, Nadia's doesn't have it? Okay, well, he can probably get it soon.
So like, yeah, as long as Spain doesn't adopt the institution, as long as Wu Wei and all the others doesn't adopt it. I mean, he needs to beat Dalmatian. He needs to beat Wu Wei. So he needs 80 def. Okay, that's probably what he's being exploited. Okay. Yeah, Spain is likely number 1, number 2 great power. With all his stupid subjects. I mean, why isn't he taking this one?
He was not there for like the last 30 minutes.
Okay. Oh yeah, he kept DCing in because that's gonna help his income. He should possibly also run higher advisors, but if he was AI, I forgive that.
I told him already, but he needs to change one of his government reforms to have the government capacity instead of the global trade power. Global, it's a tier 4.
Oh yeah, it's Republic, yeah. He doesn't have nobility. Why is he improving development in his capital with the colonists? Oh
I don't know.
no, it's not improving. It's just free. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and he's colonizing the last here. Does he even want to drop these ideas as a naval nation? Plus 25% force limit, naval force limit. He doesn't get anything from expansion except trade power.
Expansion gives you 33 as a policy.
With maritime?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And this one has a really good policy with naval ideas, but those are gone. Yeah, plus 20% global naval engagement. But that one is gone. So, and this doesn't have a policy with maritime. So he got quality ideas, and what's he gonna do next? Where's the more morale of navies in this?
Merit. It's religious.
Then he's likely gonna go religious next, I guess. Yeah, okay. So, and he's just gonna continue being annoying to people with his light ships.
After he fills maritime, he gets 500 naval force limit.
Yeah, like I just took the next idea that brought him up to 450. Yeah, I guess he's gonna have fun, and I don't really like how he sees so they didn't form a colony in Australia. I think he got permission, but I don't like it.
No, there's no permission. You can just do it.
Yeah, like having a capital here and then it doesn't form
Yeah,
a
you don't.
colonization. I know.
You don't need to ask, but you can do it. I would have done it as a Banton, but I didn't play long enough.
I have MacDev down there. It's chill. We're chilling. Also, I don't have the Gov cap for all that land because I'm still a pirate. This nation is not burning. He also has increased levies. I also don't think it's worth it. I don't know what else in Marathas, but I don't think it's worth it.
Well, you're going for the discipline, like you're going for the Maratha Crown Sare anyway.
Oh yeah. Well,
So
is he?
I think so. So you may as well have it.
And he got the middle points up here, so he doesn't have them down here, yeah. And he get the death cost here instead of by loyal, yeah. I mean, he doesn't have expansion facility. I don't know which one of them have it, but he doesn't have it.
Probably the 13.
Yeah, these gurus. But I think he wanted to form Hindustan, and for that he needs to go back to Sunni
Or Sia.
or Shia, and but he can just instantly convert back again, right? By
Via
decision.
rebels. No, rebels.
Convert to Sikhism.
Oh, I guess you could do it both ways, but you could do it rebels.
Yeah. And then he can form Hindustan, and for Hindustan he needs a shit ton of provinces around the place. He needs Agra, this one, Ujjain. Yeah, so these three is gonna be agony for him, and I don't know, Agra's possibly can stake through here, and then he needs to fight Timmy, and Mira is independent. Okay, and he's already going up here after that. It's gonna be possible, but a bit agony for him. Got good ruler. He got a States General. Oh yeah, it just switched around. Not applicable anymore. He's in debt. I think you should take burger loans to pay these off.
He doesn't have room. He had all his privileges.
Okay.
Not filled.
Um, buildings look fine. Yeah. He still has a few to build, especially manufactories. That's a good one. These are built in the south but not in the north, and then he just needs to develop his provinces, so he can actually build in them. This grassland is not 20 depth yet, so. And then there's a lot below 10 depth of other less desirable types. Yeah, this one is good for Indians because all estates loyalty. He doesn't seem to have upgraded any. Maybe this one once. Okay, have barely actually come back on track. He's losing money. He's 8 loans in. 3 of them is regular loans. He's fighting rebels and he got some manpower. But why is he losing money?
Because he's poor.
Yeah, no income. And he's maintaining some forts. I don't really know if he needs those, but maintained. He's buying a dip tech.
10 or 13 inflation.
Yeah, that also hurts a bit. Spoiler alert, like I have more.
What are his ideas? You've got
Quali
21.
Yeah, well, I'm also on 21 ideas. Yeah. Yeah, he's still recovering, I guess. And he's dirt poor because he has like 5 manufacturers in his nation. And yeah, he needs so many buildings still to build. And I guess trade he's not making a lot because wait, no one is actually steering out of Gujarat. But Nubia is privateering there. He's collecting there, yeah. He's collecting here. He's transferring to Deccan here. Yeah, okay. And he's transferring here.
Vijayanagar's taken half the trade into camp.
Yeah. He's getting scammed by his own ally. Yeah, Vijay is taking nearly as much trade from him as he's losing in Coromandel. I mean, to be honest, it's not only Vijay that has a merchant here, but it's also Maldives and Jaffna.
Those are Vijayanagar's 2 vassals.
Yeah, but still. I mean, could Vijay not make more money by placing a merchant in Chengdu? Possibly make them together more money if they place a merchant in Chengdu?
He doesn't have one in Burma. He plays in Burma first.
Oh yeah. He even has an available merchant, and he doesn't need this one because that's just scamming his ally.
Oh,
So
and
yeah,
he could collect in Coromandel with the merchant too. More trade
yeah,
efficiency.
true. Yeah, he should likely, because this is just scamming his ally of money. It's not really helping his overall alliance. I mean, they are not allied as of now, so maybe they're hostile.
I think it's because Yuan counted as Q1.
Yeah, yeah, I'd assume so. And Vijayanagar has provinces to form Hindustan, and needs provinces from Timmy to form Hindustan. Speaking of Timmy, they got called for peace. He's only 8 loans in. He has a bit of manpower left, and he's getting a lot of land back. But I assume he's been suffering a lot. Well, he's kind of capped on building slots, right? No, he can still build. Yeah, he can still build a lot. Oh, he built all the manpower buildings, but not the force limit ones. Well, he needs to build up his nation, so he's actually a nation again, because 150 force limit with quantity ideas, that's not really gonna cut it at this state of the game. Um, Either he's going for court and country with 6% crown land, or he's acting very weird. You are missing out on 5% morale of armies. You're missing out on administrative advisor cost. You could take the unity of faith, you could better convert your land. And then there's religious culture that would make all your accepted culture provinces provide you more. I would definitely take this one, expand his cemetery, and then possibly the clerical advisory council. Um, he also has increased levies, but doesn't have nobility in the officer corps. I also think optimally he would change those around. His burgers doesn't look that bad. I don't think free enterprise is nice enough to have the loyalty from the merchants, but
Is it not like what's his equilibrium?
70.
70. Okay, yeah, he doesn't need that one. You could replace it with a different one.
Why is it so high? Supremacy over the crown and free enterprise, yeah, commercial, yeah, okay. Yeah, but it's maybe gonna be tough to get it out, but definitely Ulema and Emirs has some problems. Um, yeah, also people, please just check around with your edicts.
I got
Sometimes
a ton.
institution spread and death cost. Easy defensiveness, right? Yeah, local death cost.
Does that apply? Do you know if that applies hostily? Like, if you have the edict on and then someone takes the fort, does it still apply?
I actually don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. So you got Multani separatists. Okay, it's gonna be fine. Okay, he's gonna get some land back. I don't know how the deal is gonna be, but he's likely getting this one in Persia back and some trade power in Samarkand back. Which is gonna help him, and hopefully for him he can just sit and chill, and then next Yuan will be easy enough for him. Nubia is still quite weak, I think, and India is weak, so your only threat is Yuan because you're allied with Russia. Uh,
Well, they can reach Indigar.
yeah, I guess they want his land, but they're not that strong. And Nubia is really weak as well. Well, we'll come to Nubia, but like the Indians can barely beat him alone, and he has a big daddy Russia as his ally.
Is he also allied to Nubia?
I don't think Nubia has any allies. No. Oh, Timmy is allied to Nubia. Well, I don't think the Indians can beat him alone. Maybe the Indians can beat him with Yuan next time, but Wu Wei wants gonna attack Yuan, so he ain't gonna be fighting them. He's also dirt poor. He doesn't have any money. Yeah, I don't know if you're trying to go for absolutism, but you shouldn't. You really need the money from sell titles. You cannot afford to like go up. Um, yeah, don't do that. Trade-wise, you have 3 merchants, one in Lahore, one in Samarkand, and one in Basra. And you in trade ideas, which is gonna give you a lot of well-needed money, and you're gonna yank money of the Indians.
Who's collecting Hormuz?
Nobody.
Nubia. Oh, nobody. Okay. Someone's just pirating it?
Yeah. Deccan and VJ. Likely for PP. I would imagine. And that's why there's local value, because nobody's collecting, but the pirates still take the local stuff. Well, Nubia. And BI, yeah. Nubia has a lot of money in the bank, but I think he was DC for the last minute or something, 5 minutes. He got some real good manufacturers to build, and he's starting trade ideas, so he's gonna make a lot more money. With the policies it gives, especially. So yeah, that's gonna help him a lot. He has only 2 merchants. One is collecting in Aleppo. He's not collecting in Alexandria at all. Oh, it was his capital.
Trade capital's Aleppo.
Oh,
actual capital looks like Jerusalem.
Yeah. Oh, the trade capital is up here, but why is your trade capital here while you also have a merchant? I definitely think he'll make more money by collecting from trade in Alexandria, and just not with the merchant here. I think that's gonna improve his money situation a lot. Because he actually has decent control over Alexandria, like 64% is not bad for Alexandria. I don't know if you are trying to go for Cotton Country. You are a lot closer than your neighbor, but you also really need to build up, and you want that money from selling titles. And this is lower here because since I couldn't get my mod to work, I loaded up my local mod file so that it's modded for the next iteration of the mod. So this will actually be higher if he in game, because we're nerfing that one. Yeah, he definitely needs to build up. Like, he's getting up there, but he's nowhere near the European nations. Has any great projects? This one, Congo got this one. That's not great. He got this one. I think he can get it to tier 3 with, yeah. If you collect this mission, he's gonna lose 5k ducats, and then he gets this upgraded. The pyramids, they're nice, but yeah, buildings are more important for you. I would maybe consider some forts in Anatolia. You are not allied to Croatia.
Why he has vision over Croatia, doesn't he? Looks like this.
Yeah. Why does he have that?
Condo. He's giving condo to Croatia.
Oh yeah, there. Yeah. But I would still like put a fort in this province at least, and then either this province, I think, maybe even the crossing as well. And then I would put a fort in this province as well, or yeah, one of these. And this is your vassal. Oh, he's actually expanding in here with the vassal. I didn't notice. Like, like your neighbors are weak, but you have no forts whatsoever. If anyone wants to, they can just occupy you. Yeah, but you're looking better than last time we looked at you. It's lightening up for Nubia. He's even getting some death clicks done. It's good for him. Noble integration policy. Yeah, that's likely still correct since you have a vassal. You don't want increased levies though, and you are missing out on the loyalty from supremacy over the crown.
After he integrates his vassal, he can use it.
Yeah, he can take this one away.
Well, he doesn't take it away; it just goes away if you don't have
Okay.
any vassals.
Okay, and you have one vassal left, right? Yeah. Yes, you can integrate that vassal, and then it goes away. And you don't need religious diplomats. It doesn't really do a lot at this state of the game. You want religious culture, and you have oversight of the rabbis. You want expansion the Zelatory, because you're the only Jewish nation in the game. So these two should definitely be replaced for religious culture and expansion to territory. It's not like you're really needing anything down here. So it's fine giving them the land rights. Yeah, but and increased levies. You would rather want integration, nobility in the officer corps. Ideas. He went for these. Yeah, it's fine. Israel is nice. Jewish religion is nice. He's been allowed, unlike a lot of other people, he's just allowed to sit and chill, and he's starting to slowly catch up. And given give or take 50 years, he's gonna be in a strong position. Is my prediction. Sakalava is sitting on some money and is sitting on a plutocratic coup. That's likely not gonna happen. He can also sell on these. He also doesn't have expansionist territory. I think, yeah, only him and his allies is 30 years, so he'll always be getting that. Yeah, you have rights of the council. You're not getting the military advisor cost, but that's not that bad at this stage. And you have religious culture, but you haven't taken expansion territory, so your states are mostly correct. Yeah, you're behind on admin, that's really critical. You're focusing mill, while you cannot access the next admin, next idea group. So I would definitely shift this to focus admin. And maybe use more on your advisors, you're making decent cash. You have no regimental camps. Maybe not use more on advisors, you will need to build up. You even have some really good temple to build. And yeah, good manufactories that doesn't have a workshop on them clearly. You also have a bit higher autonomy. I guess you switched out of being primitive or something since you're not further than this. Yeah, you just have high autonomy for some reason. You've reduced it all. But yeah, you just need to fix your autonomy. And then start building. You got this gold mine, 14 development, 10 development, 6 development, 6 development. You maybe want to def these a bit more. These is Congos right here. Yeah, you just need to like def up, and you have a ton of buildings to build. You have a total of 80 provinces, and you can build like a regimental camp in all of them. That's gonna give you like 84 summit when your autonomy goes away. You have only 50 right now, but with those buildings you're gonna have 130. So yeah, you have a lot still to build. Yeah, you just need to build out yourself up, build manufacturers, build regimental camps, make some money off that. You have a merchant here. No merchant here. Congo collects from here. Okay. You have a merchant there. I would possibly move your merchant from Gujarat to Gujarat from Zanzibar, but other than that, this setup looks decent. Do you have a lot of edicts? Because no edicts. You can turn on. Right, so capital is over here. Yeah, you can turn on the trade power here. It's mostly free because in the capital state. Why is your income so low though? I mean, nothing from production and tax. That explains it. Yeah, you just need to sell in season and start building the country up. You really need to build up. You're friends with Congo. Nubia is likely friendly as well because he's not really doesn't want to fight, even though he could crush you. Not enough rivals. You can only rival your ally. Okay. Let's see how Congo is doing. Congo actually got some money. Oh yeah, it's expensive for him to embrace that. His income is also really bad. Did he fix all his local autonomy? He still has 33 in this one, but it's getting better. And then last time we looked at him, 23%. He still have some good menus to build as well, and he also has like 93 provinces, and none of them have regimental camps, so that's like nearly 100 force limit just gonna get on top of your already existing one. And you have quantity that is multiplied, so that's a 150 force limit, roughly, from building all those buildings. So yeah, you just need to, yeah, will need to build up. I mean, maybe if you can somehow sneak a war in against Spain and Portugal, that'll help you get this stuff back. But other than that, you just need to build. You're sitting a lot of money. You need to embrace institution. Okay. You also need to sell and seize, get the money. You will need it. You have given land rights. That's fine because you are struggling as hell for GovCap because you are also ludicrously behind on admin. You're not focusing on anything. I think you should focus admin. You are building spy network in Spain. That's gonna give you tech cost. Yes, you can also take the nobility in the officer corps, which I would recommend. I would probably. I need the GovCap, but Supreme View of the Crown is also really good. I guess this one is the one you will need. You don't need the religious diplomat. You want the religious culture. And then you likely don't want to run the administrative advisor cost because you want to run expansion salutary. Your merchant guilds are unloyal. That's unfortunate. You can give them patron of the arts, that helps a bit with the loyalty. Don't give them any monopolies, I would assume. Maybe you have one province of cloth. You have 2 provinces of cloth. You can actually give them that monopoly, it's not that bad. What's the equilibrium is 48, okay, you'll get there.
At some point, he also wants to come into contact with the Buddhist nation, so he gets the dev cost cults.
How does he do that? Does he need to border a province or something?
I think he needs to fight them. I'm Buddhist, Wu Wei's Buddhist, Japan's Buddhist.
Confucian counts as Buddhist?
Yeah, it counts.
Okay. Okay, we are going back to Europe, I think. I think we're gonna look at Russia now. So Russia also has called for peace. Russia does also not have the nobility in the officer corps. He has expansion salutary, religious culture, yes. Fine herding rights, I just thought it was monopoly on livestock, but it wasn't. I mean, he's lacking the 7.5% death cost from Cossacks. That could maybe be better than Cossack self-governance. Yeah, else it looks fine, other than maybe missing the death cost. His income is decent. He has an available merchant. I guess he just no. Putting it in Crimea is not bad. Kazan is whatever. Putting it in Siberia is whatever. Putting it in Samarkand would likely help your finances while hurting your allies' finances. Yeah, I'll likely put it in Crimea.
So he got attacked earlier by Ruthenia and Prussia, but Croatia allied him, and they beat Ruthenia.
Yeah. I think he got all his corps back, and then he got this province, and they also got this province. I think that was like Ruthenia went back to its initial state, except losing 2 additional provinces. So, could possibly think about accepting those cultures.
Apparently, during the war, he doesn't take loans, and Croatia took 20,000 debt.
Interesting. You're capping on admin. Oh, I just got something in. You're capping on admin. You have 2 provinces you have in court. I know you'll go over GovCap, but it's just very minor. I think you can justify doing that. Yeah, you don't have quantity ideas, so you're gonna have take quantity next, and then you're gonna have a big scary army. You already have Russian army at 300k, but you're only fielding 140k. It seems like this guy's just letting his allies carry his war. Timmy is hurting this war. He's just chilling, not even a full force limit. he still has a shit ton of good manufactories to build, a shit ton of good workshops to build, especially together with the manufactories. Like this one will be like plus 20 ducats, plus 25 ducats with the manufactory. So you really have a lot of good ones to build there. He also has like a shit ton of regimental camps, a lot of barracks to build. So yeah, he's far from built. Of course, a lot of these provinces is very low depth, so he needs to depth them before there can be more than one of these buildings in them. But he still has a lot to build, and he's making decent cash, so he can possibly do it. Yeah, he's running the right icon. Yeah, that's not many more comments. Maybe accept some cultures. How much development? 66 is something. Okay, we have Mr. Passive, the guy that have done nothing in this campaign. He doesn't have the religious culture, and I guess he haven't been in the war entire game, so I don't really know if he needs expansion in territory, but it's there. None of his neighbors is Catholic. He's likely almost always gonna fight somebody that's not Catholic, so it's useful for him. He also has increased levies. I don't think it's that good anymore. But supremacy of the crown is there, and nobility in the officer corps if he gets a bit more army tradition. Keeping burgers open is fine. He's fully built, so no need for him to sell and seize. I don't know why he's have army maintenance up, but I guess he's drilling.
But don't keep army maintenance up for that.
Yeah.
He also doesn't really drill anyway, but whatever.
He also you have.
Well, he has nothing to spend his money on, so I guess he could drill.
Did he upgrade this? He didn't upgrade this monument. This is like 2 leader pips you're not getting. That is money he could be spending. There's Solus households coming up. He likely want to build those, so I don't think he should be drilling. Yes. Yeah. What was I about to say? Yeah, you can go up. It's fine. You don't need the money that bad. I mean, you're not doing much. I hope you're enjoying just sitting here. You could look on your edicts as well. I guess you're just slowly developing all the non-Arctic up to 10 development and building buildings in it. Using good on advisors, likely sitting on a ton of depth clicks. Yeah, 411. Yeah, you could always you have 4 CAF. It's not a lot, but you have 30% ICA and 10% CCA. I don't think that CAF is worth for you.
He's also got CAF cost. Huh?
Yeah, but he also has plus 20 ICA. I don't know why he would want CAF then, even though he has a CAF cost. Yeah, that's just a minor thing. You can always just form Scandinavia. It gives you prestige. You can just keep the Swedish ideas if you want to. Scandinavian ideas are a bit worse on land and a lot better on naval. So, and roughly similar economic, maybe a bit more economic stuff. So you could always go Scandinavia. You have this one for trade efficiency. You don't really need the sailors and all the trade efficiency though. And you ain't getting this one unless you kill Brandenburg. Don't have any allies. I mean, sure, go ahead, Till. How's your fort looking? I mean, you only have one fort, and then Russia could basically walk to Stockholm. You maybe also want to fortify some Danish islands. I don't know, your forts ain't really helping you a lot over here because you're never gonna be fighting Russia. I don't think you would have troops over here unless you're allied with Ruthenia.
Those are starting forts.
Yeah. But he could be having force summit building or something else in these provinces. He also doesn't. He has one level say 3 center of trade. Yeah, he only has one, and if you make Stockholm one, that'll only give 3 building slots. Yeah, making Aarhus a level 3 center of trade gives him 4 more building slots. It's all in flatland, so it might be better to make some of these. Yeah, making Akkerhus or Bergenhus into a level 3 center of trade for additional building slots might be useful for you. But other than that, it's like a well-built country that's been doing nothing entire campaign, so I didn't expect much, nothing else, anything else. Ruthenia, that's a lot of manpower and that's a decent force limit. Yeah, Ruthenia is strong. I guess he couldn't win against Russia and Croatia, but it's a strong nation. He got the death cost. He has the Golden Liberty, the Polish one, totally fine, and therefore he doesn't have the nobility in the officer corps. I guess that's fine. He got religious culture. He would likely want to get rid of this one and get expansion Selatov instead. Burgos looks fine. Do you need the money or can you afford to just go up? You're mostly build. Manufacturers is lagging. I mean, it's mostly food, but Tech 15 is coming up soon, so you're likely gonna need the money, and you are a bit in debt. One loan in debt, but you're still gonna need the money. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of income. But he doesn't need a lot of income. His army pack a punch, and he can afford them. I would assume, yeah, he can afford them. And he can, yeah, build a bit more eco, and then you can build a force limit, get your corruption away, spend your money on that. He is in the peasants' war, so, but he's still focusing mill while he's ahead on mill tech. Behind on admin tech, cannot access the next idea group. Should definitely focus admin. Root out that corruption as well. Get yourself out of this peasants' war by going up to 1 step. And your nation is really good because you have the Polish ideas and yeah, I know it sucks to lose this war, but still a very strong nation. Croatia is almost finished his next round of years. He's behind on Miltech, because colonialism gets 30%. Yeah, he can embrace it right now, so it doesn't matter that much for him. He also doesn't have the bullets in the officer corps, but he got the other stuff that you really need. He also doesn't believe in expanding the cemetery. I guess he had the clergy land rights from earlier. Should probably get rid of those because burger land rights would be better to have around, I would say. Buildings, he has some left to build in a lot. He had a lot of provinces I guess you want to build solar households in. Other than that, looks fine. He's spending decent advisors, like a lot of dev clicks. Yeah, nearly 500. Finishing trade ideas. Yeah, this country looks fine. It's Critics after all. Usually quite well won. He got the Hungarian ideas. He's wanting mostly calf, so those are decent. I mean, if he could have formed Rum or Poland, he would have taken that, but at this stage you need to convert to Muslim to form Rum. That's likely a bit of pain. Also, think needs parts of Anatolia. I don't know why the Ottomans are still around, but they need to die if he wants to form Rum. I think it's too late for that now. Prussia is in the Golden Age. He's lacking a rival. Not that it hurt him. He is struggling with GovCap because he's Prussia. Yeah. He's getting everything he can. Nice income. He could win this policy, but he's not. He's more or less on top on tech. Very good advisors. He is getting militarization of the country, right? How do you see if it's going up or not? There we go. Yeah, he is. Primarily from army tradition. And he's upgrading this monument here. That's gonna give him a bit more, plus 0.004. So yeah, that should help him a bit. Yeah, he never got Lubeck. It's gonna be possible.
Never mind. Talk about that after.
Come again?
Talk about that after. As you can see, those Lubeck peasants, we noticed they've been there for
a
very long time.
I think I uploaded a picture yesterday. They've been there for more than like 11 years. And I think they started at 5k and now they reduced all the way down to 2k due to attrition. I would also think the devastation is Lübeck is not even that bad. His country looks fine. He doesn't have anything more to build. He has one great project only to spend his money on, and he's upgrading that one. He's likely going to be restructuring a bit with Soda's households coming up. He can also seize land. I don't know if he wants to. Burger's going to be unloyal, he can summon Diet. There's some nice buttons to pick. Yeah, other than that looks fine.
Let's take a look at the League War right now for a second.
Yeah. I think he wanted to fire it in the end of the session, but he has a truce with Austria, so he cannot. Austria is sitting on a lot of money as well. I guess he's just waiting for these to build Solus households on. In my opinion, he should really upgrade this one.
Why does he do it level 1? I guess.
Like, he gets the discipline and morale at level 3. This one is useless. This one is... Nah, it's not that good. I think this one he would want to upgrade. Yeah, it's giving him land leader shock +1. And more papal influence. He doesn't have the Krakow one, but that one would be really good for him. Yeah, well... He also upgraded all his forts, yes. Yeah, he doesn't have anything to spend his money on.
How long is his truce with France?
This year. It got artificially shortened because France declared on Westphalia. That was part of the XIII. So yeah, he could deck on me again. Except if League was happening, then we get a truce, I think, or something. Dalmatia. Wanting decent advisors. He's getting built as well. Yeah. He still has a lot of developing to do. I think a lot of his provinces not 20 dev. Yeah, he's only 250 dev clicks. He's not getting the nobility in the office corps or cheap advisors, or supremacy of the council. He just has rights of the council. I think those 3 are better choices. He doesn't has he has like private trade fleets and free enterprise and patrons of the arts. It's not that bad, but I would like to replace them. He doesn't have expansion distillery, which I think would be way better for him than oversight of the clergy. He got a cannon sack, yeah. He should maybe take a look at where his forts is, because it doesn't really do level 2 forts and farmland, doesn't do a lot. He's collecting in both of them, yeah, making a bunch of money from that, yeah. Yeah, so we should look at the states.
Apparently, Great Britain destroyed his galley fleet.
Yeah, they decked on us, and yeah, I mean he still has 71 lightships, but and then he has all his galleys on hunting pirates because and Lucia released this this thing that raids coast. So now he's just hunting pirates.
He said threaten war for Djerba in Tunis, the island, COT
Which one?
in Tunis. They have them.
This one? Oh,
Yeah.
Djerba. Yeah, he can make a claim on it. Yeah, he can do that. Needs to send out trade in Tunis. It's nice for him. Yeah, I think he should do that. That seems wise. Okay, let's take a look at Andalusia. The guy being dragged around into all Spain's wars.
He got called into this war against Japan as well, but he like peace.
Okay. He doesn't have expansion cemetery. He has the clergy ministers plus one PD and influence.
This kind of counteracts like Andalusian national ideas have minus piety, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't think that one is worth it. I would just ditch it and get expansion cemetery instead. He doesn't also have the emirs and officer corps or yeah. How's his buildings looking? He has a lot to build, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got all the good ones, like all those other ones are crap.
Oh, okay, he got all the regimental camps. And you got a few here that's not food provinces. They got a lot of food provinces. He hasn't upgraded his forts, all of them at least. Like, I would maybe advise upgrading your forts, just in case. He has a lot of gold. Oh, it's just because they tapped in. He doesn't have a lot of money. He's not making a lot in trade. He's not collecting in Tunis. I think he possibly should be collecting there. Yeah, he's a national trade. Yeah, he should move. Should he though? I don't know. Is he going trade now? Yeah, he is. Okay, he's gonna be able to manage his trade with trade ideas. He can collect in Tunis and he can steer from Katsina and Timbuktu. And yeah, that's two more merchants. And then he can also collect in his capital node. And he has two vassals. Also, I would be a bit worried about Nubia being in here. So, like, your forts down here should maybe be upgraded. These are upgraded. Okay, this is not upgraded. Yeah, and there's still some AI to clean up around here. And since you're not fighting in this war with Spain, maybe you should just go and like get this free land that's basically down here. You still have to truce with them for 6 more years. Doesn't have a truce with them, and for 1.5 years with these guys. Okay. Okay, let's go on to my nation and see how that one is looking. I'm also in golden age. For 23 more years. Okay, nice. Yeah, I'm
Pretty
behind on
early.
ideas. I'm pretty behind on ideas because I got the Dutch revolt, which tanked my admin power, because of negative step, and I had a lot of shit to call, so I'm behind on ideas. Making good on income, more or less fully built. There's like a few buildings going around after I've been deving and trying to pay off loans instead of building these few ones up. But yeah, I still have a few buildings to build after deving a bit. Other than that, it's going decent for me. I lost a war with Austria. I won a good war against Spain. 214 force limit without quantity is decent. Decent quality. Austria is it's a bit more troops than me, but lacks quality, and I need to possibly build a fort here and here, I think, because yeah, it's only one fort, and then you can get to Paris right now. Because he took these three provinces in the war, so I lost my defensive line, kinda.
You should ideally have one on your mountains as well, like Auvergne in the south. It doesn't do much, but you should always just try to have them on your mountains.
These two.
Well, Auvergne, the other one's beside another mountain. But yeah,
Yeah.
both of them.
My diplomat advisor just died. Yeah, I don't know my states. I don't think there's anything I could optimize here. I know I have free enterprise that might not be optimal.
Well, what's your loyalty? Burger loyalty?
62, so I need
Yeah,
that
so
one.
then you need that one, yeah.
Yeah. I'm still playing interest, I'm still a bit in debt. After last war, 19k, I was down to 45k debt, I think. I got most of it away with selling titles. Upgraded my monument in Paris before I started having money issue. Still hasn't upgraded the big one in here for good produced and burger loyalty. And this one is also going to be nice to upgrade for 5% additional manpower. Other than that, I cannot attack Spain, and I have a truce with Austria and Dalmatia that I likely don't want to fight anyway. Spain is of course fighting Japan and Tiam, so yeah. Allied to England, and I can stay allied to England for now, so.
Oh, never mind, just continue.
Okay, England can pop gold now if you wanted to. Yeah, England is
Nice.
fully built. He has still a lot to build in his subjects. Yeah, a lot to build in his subjects still. Yeah, but he himself is like fully built. He's only running 334. I think he's trying to get radical reforms. He hasn't gotten that yet. He dropped exploit ideas and almost feeling like trade ideas, and he's also feeling some innovative ideas. So he's gonna have a real army in this game. And when he fixed quantity, he's gonna have a big one as well. He doesn't need to sell because, but then again, you don't want to go for absolutism as England, right? Because you have negative 30 here. Yeah, so you don't want to go for absolutism. So I don't think he should go to high crown and just keep selling for the money. I mean, this does give plus 10 maximum absolutism, but it's still negative 30 from his scuff form. Yeah, he should definitely. He failed a bit with the monuments in the New World, because none of them he's able to get himself. His subjects is getting them all. Was this one that's quite good? Naval Forceman plus 30%. Privateer efficiency. And this one down here, that's New Granada though. And the White House is also his subject, so yeah, there's a few of them he's not getting. But other than that, his nation is doing mighty fine. I think his navy is a bit on the small side. Okay, 52 heavies. He's been scaling up. The Isles. He's a vassal. I guess he's just chilling around with 44 summits, almost getting up to 100 crown land. I guess he's also fully built.
So the thing with the vassal having good absolutism is in a war, if you give all the provinces to the vassal, you can take more land than you could normally.
True. And then the vassals could also decide to go diplomatic ideas.
Yeah, they could.
And then just like take what 50% more land. Then yeah. Is there anything that gives what's the modifier? Province force score cost in here? I don't think so. Province. It doesn't look like it. But it's still funny if you do that. Other than that, I think he's chilling around and helping GB with like 2 smaller stacks every time he fights. I think he's just chilling as a subject. Okay, Spain. Yeah, Spain is trying to win this war over here. It's painful for him.
Look at the war screen.
He's losing 50% more troops. Well, what did he want to
No, just so much he lost.
okay. Yeah, he's fighting this one, and like he can push up, and as we talked earlier, like I don't really think Japan should uncon this because like if we look at this, this is what he can stab it for. Like it's 6% war score. It's in the New World. It costs nothing. Yeah, he can take all this with like 60% war score. That's just what he can step it for. And then Japan is basically gone in a new world. And I think if Japan uncons, does Portugal have? Didn't Portugal somebody have the reins? Portugal almost have the reins to take his main island. Oh, Portugal can take Ryukyu, and if he takes Ryukyu, he can take the rest of the provinces right as well.
I don't know.
Okay, but yeah, Portugal can get onto mainland Japan if he uncons. Northeast Okinawa. Yeah, Spain has his amazing ideas. Went for a bit of interesting idea choice. He hasn't started on his next idea group yet because he doesn't have a printing press embraced. He's not in debt, but does have a lot of loans. He also has increased levies and not nobility in the officer corps. He's also he got I mean he just lost a lot of land, so that's maybe why. But he has clerkly land right. He doesn't really need those. He would need expansive territory over those. Um, his trade setup he's collecting here. I think after losing your land, you need to restructure your merchant because this is not doing anything for you. And this one is also not doing anything for you. I mean, a lot of the money bound here is going to Seville. You could maybe eat some money off the Congo by using caravan power there. Yeah, it's definitely better use for your merchant than in Bordeaux and Genoa. You're sitting a negative stab on at zero stab. You ideally want to be at zero stab, but you also won't need the tech. So you're also focusing mill. You are up to date on mill tech. You ain't gonna be filling mill idea groups. Switch to admin. Yeah, your mainland looks built, but down here you ain't built. Yes, you have a lot of stuff left to build. Your PP is low because France conquered your provinces. You can't help that. Yeah, of course you have a lot of subjects. I don't think the aggressive policy is the right one to use. You want to be supportive, and then you have supportive, and then you do like this: one regiment alone, and you put on allow attach, and all your supportive subjects that's not players gonna come and attach to the stack if nothing else has allow attached to. So then you can control the armies way better. Yeah. I don't think you're gonna be able to take that from Austria. I think Austria sits at permanent 100%. Yeah, you're really not spending a lot on devices, and you're losing money. Your income is quite low. You are giving Mexico 20 ducats that I don't think you can afford. I don't know if Mexico needs them that bad, but I don't think you can afford it. Yeah, like this war is good if you can win this war. Then you can you just need to push Japan out here, and then you can take all the stuff. Maybe even if you take up here, you can like take land in mainland Japan. I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that. Yeah, you just have all of Americas. Like I don't know why you started this war, but you can of course get a lot of out of it, but it's not an easy pushover as you would have expected, I guess. But other than that, you have like a shit ton to still build, and if people allow you, you should just try and sit and scale. That's Provence, that's not Portugal. Portugal. Portugal have started on the next ideas, so they're actually getting some military quality now. Mainland Portugal is not built. I mean, you did build your workshops, but also your subjects have a shit ton to be built yet. You did build regimental camps as well, so that's good. Not in the subjects though. Yeah, you of course are subject under Spain. You are doing well in tech, and you have the monopoly over livestock. You don't have a lot of livestock, I think. I think you have one province here, and then maybe another one down here somewhere. It's not that bad, but I think nobility officer corps would be better for you. You don't have the religious culture. I don't think you need the papal emissary, or the either of these could go, and then you could get religious culture. Yeah, I guess you still need this one. You're not colonizing. You're colonizing one place. Um, if your colonies are not constantly doing something, I don't think it's worth having explore and expansion ideas. Um, yeah, you should be looking around to dropping these exploration, because exploration after you've done colonizing gives you a bit of tariffs, which is whatever. Maybe you need the colonial reign for the war, I don't know, but other than that, then it gives you nothing. Like the naval force limit is that. This expansion gives you trade power, territories. I think you're running trade companies, so that matters. Giving a merchant, but yeah, getting exploration ideas out. I wouldn't instantly do it, because then you would go away from having 21 ideas, but I was thinking about getting exploration ideas gone soon enough. Um, got the Habsburg on phone, of course, you cannot control the ruler, that's Spain. Yeah, Portugal is looking decent. So I think Murica CO5 is player controlled. It's doing well on a decent on ideas. It's still, I don't think it should go exploration ideas. I don't. That is not the right choice. I think you would rather.
I think you maybe start with that. Oh no, well,
No,
third idea group.
third
Yeah.
idea group. I shouldn't be starting with that. I don't think. Maybe he didn't play for half the session. Maybe the AI took it, because AI is scripted to always take it when you have expansion ideas. But that would be so long ago. Well, I definitely don't think you need exploration ideas. Um, Trade ideas, any like quality, quantity, offensive trade ideas would likely be better. Yeah, you definitely don't need, like, you're getting one colonist. The rest of this stuff you cannot use. Maybe global settler increase plus 10. Yeah, so you get one colonist and global settler increase, and you're paying an entire DS slot filled for that, and you're playing a shit ton of Diplo. Ain't worth it. Not making a lot of money. But GB can build him up in time. I think he was AI for the last hour or something, maybe 2 hours. But you need to would one level 1 advisors is if I was you, and then yeah, you just need like follow Great Britain and let him build you up. Chill around and help GB with his troops. I think there's possibly a player on.
There was, but not this week.
There was, but not this week. Okay. Yeah, this is better idea choice. Um, I think the AIs have taken economic ditch because it hasn't filled out the first one. But economic might not be the worst idea, and then he just do Miller idea group for the two next ideas he's gonna get. He can also ditch expansion because Sunnis, I guess. Yeah, he's just promoting settler growth in his provinces. So at one point he should not too far off now. He should ditch expansion and go something more useful. Buildings, filled out workshops. No regimental camps yet. No manufactories. Yeah, you still have some way to go, but you have been AI this session, so I guess that's reason right. So this is a nation that's getting Spanish money, and he's making plus 100 ducats a month. This is bugged. He isn't actually making this. Yeah, he's only making 39, because this also shows the gold income that he's not getting. But he's still making 39, and Spain is losing all that money. He's getting 19 ducats from Spain. So yeah, he's giving Spain a shit ton of gold, but he also have the gold and the money himself. Yeah, built most of the good menus. Still have a lot of barracks left to build and a lot of regimental camps. So I know you have 117 provinces, and you have what 10 regimental camps, and then you have the triggered modifier called colonial simps. So that's negative 30%. So that's gonna be increasing 50 in force limit. So you're gonna go to 150. You have you don't have quantity, so you're not okay. You're going to 150 by doing that. Um, yeah, so you still have to build up as well. yeah, um, not really the biggest comments on these. No, is this a player or means nothing? I can't remember which one is a player. Gonna pull it up. 13 colony Brazil is a player. Okay. There's also New Granada. Okay, that's that one. Okay. Brazil is having a small force limit and small income. Um, but he still has a lot of building slots. Yeah. Yeah, you also have like a shit ton of regimental camps. A lot of barracks, a lot of everything basically. Your force limit is 66 and you have 75 provinces. So that's roughly like 35 more force limit you can have, so that's gonna bring you to 100. Which is gonna help you a bit. I don't know how you guys are gonna split it, but since you a player on you, I think you should be getting what's left down here and what's up here. Yeah, you don't have a stage, you can't look at that. New Granada, also not built up, so he's also just in the stage of build up. Yeah, he's also gonna get.
He just took it over. The assassin who was the former Bengal player.
Okay, yeah, well, it's just like these guys over here, also the English subjects. England at least has money, Spain doesn't, and Portugal doesn't really either. But they just have so much to build. Like they are less built than Africa and India as well, so they just need to chill and build. They're gonna be strong eventually, because there's so much land over here. Okay, predictions. Well, Europe is like looking more and more like a powder keg, with Croatia and Russia declaring on Ruthenia.
It was the other way
France.
around actually. Ruthenia attacked Croatia.
Ruthenia attacked them.
Yep.
Oh. Timmy is likely getting back his land, and Yuan is getting back his land. I think Yuan is in a rough spot. I know India is starting to scale, and they want to kill Timmy because Vijayanagara wants his Hindustan formation. Wu Wei wants vengeance on Yuan. Nubia is going to be interesting what they do. They're going to be really strong, giving another 50, 80 years of scaling. Europe is going to be really interesting. I don't know, is Sweden ever going to do anything in this game? It will be the big question as well. I think Japan is going to lose over here, but Japan shouldn't uncon. Because then he can lose land on the mainland, but if he doesn't uncon, Spain can stab hit him out, so it's going to take Spain a bit longer, but of course France is not allowed to declare on Spain while this war's going. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in, and see you next week, and hopefully we didn't have technical issues, so you can actually see what I'm seeing this time. And thanks to Darth for being here with me.